Awesome. Okie dokie. So when you're ready, finding a comfortable seated position, we're going to start just doing some kind of sitting and breathing, and then we're going to go into slowly progress into some subtle movements and then some more crazy movements. I'm going to be offering a whole array of variations on each pose. So I have a few people that follow YouTube who are very much there for the handstands. So I'm going to offer handstand options. Please don't take them if that's not what your body wants. Often it's not what my body wants, so I'll offer it and then be like, you can do that if you want to. So please do whatever feels great for you. Any injuries or ailments, just practice within what feels amazing for your body. This class definitely isn't moving towards the kind of, oh, I want the burn. It's more about the kind of, I want to feel juicy and gorgeous and amazing. Okay, so sitting up nice and straight. Maybe half closing the eyes, or maybe just letting the vision cast down. And just settling into your body. Noticing whether your mind is super active today, whether it's a little more still. Noticing whether as we slow the body down and calm the body, whether the mind starts reaching out for to-do lists or for something external to distract itself. And as it does, just gently encouraging your attention and your focus for today to come in towards the breath. So consciously elongating the inhale and exhale, consciously pausing at the top and the bottom of the breath, just allowing yourself to slow down. Slower is what we're focusing on today, and the inspiration for this class is trying to draw into that sense of when time slows down. And maybe at the start of this class, bringing to your mind moments where, or times where, something feels timeless. Whether it's when you're being creative, painting, drawing, writing, whether it's when you're moving, dancing, whether it's when you're watching the clouds in the sky, whatever it is, those moments in life that feel so slow. Sometimes for me it's when I'm cuddled up in front of the fire with my dog and it just feels like there is no time and there is no limit and everything slows down and is that little bit easier. So just bringing to the front of your mind something, sometime like that, without holding it too tightly, without striving, just enjoying that memory or that concept or idea. We're going to do a little bit of breath work now. So inhaling, I want you to inhale for the count of 5, and then we're going to increase our counts by 1 each time. So when you're ready, exhaling fully and inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, holding at the top, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do the same thing again, this time for 6. Inhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top for a moment. Take an extra little inhale or exhale if you need it. And then exhaling fully for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for the next 2 breaths, count yourselves. Inhaling for 5, or 6, or 7, whatever your body feels comfortable with, counting down to 1, holding at the top, and exhaling for 6, or 7, whatever your body feels good with, and then pausing at the bottom before taking your last inhale. Or whatever count feels good, maybe going up to 8, maybe if you're a superstar you can hold it for 500. Just inhaling deeply and fully, pausing at the top. And exhaling fully. When you you've finished with that breath, just finding a moment of stillness. Let your shoulders ease away from your ears, let your sit bones feel heavy. Just enjoy letting your breath regulate back to somewhere that's comfortable, somewhere that's automatic, but maybe just that bit deeper than day to day. Okay, when you're ready, inhaling, opening your eyes, and we're going to do some shoulder circles. So we're going to inhale those shoulders all the way up to the ears, but remember, we're doing slow and strong, so really creep and edge up right to the limit of your movement, and then squeeze your shoulder blades back and exhale them down. Super juicy, super long, no rush. We're going to do this 3 times in this direction, 3 times in the other direction, and really maybe getting your body into it, really pulling them up, squeezing them as much as you can as you inhale. Ooh, maybe they're a little bit crumbly today, mine definitely are. Exhaling down, I can feel all the muscles pop, really reaching the limit of that movement. And one more time, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Now we're going to do one more circle in the opposite direction, but this time really slow. So moving back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, really squeezing, inhaling up, squeeze, 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 squeeze all the way to the top, and then super slowly bringing them down. Bringing grips to either knee, or if you're on the floor and not cross-legged, you can just place them beside you, and we're gently going to tilt the head from one side, breathing into the stretch and lifting the chest up slightly to get that extra bit of sensation. Breathe deeply on an inhale. Exhale, really let the shoulder drop. On the next inhale, back up to center. Exhaling down to the other side. Shrugging the shoulder down, lifting the chest up. Maybe drawing the low belly in, just finding that sense of connection. One more time on each side. So you inhale that head up. Exhale it down. Focus on ease. Focus on really drawing that attention into the places of sensation. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side. Awesome. When you're ready, inhaling back to center. Take any stretches or movements you need. We're going to start moving into more active yoga, coming onto the hands and knees on the mat. Awesome. Hello. This is the fun bit. Okay, so when you're ready, this is going to be a little bit of core exercise. So if you've got any problems with the low back, or you're feeling like a really just not wanting to go into any more effort than you need to today, some days are like that, then just don't lift the knees. So we're going to tuck the toes, set the heels of the hands just under the shoulders. And it's like a cat-cow. So as we inhale, we're drawing the chest forward, opening, gazing forward. As we exhale, we're pressing into the heels of the hands, pressing into the toes, lifting the knees slightly, arching the back. We're going to do this 4 more times. So lower the knees. Inhale, lift through the chest, gaze and open forward. Really breathe deep. No rush with your own breath. Exhaling, pressing into the heels of the hands, lifting the knees. Lovely. Inhaling forward, shrugging the shoulders down your back. Yeah, lovely. Exhaling, pressing into the heels of the hands, cupping through the body. Oh, that looks so good. Twice more. Really get into that limit of your movement. When you think you've finished moving, just move an edge forward that little bit more. Exhale, press the mat away, tuck the toes. Last time, inhaling, opening the chest forward. This time as we exhale back, we're going to push into a downward dog, working towards straightening the legs and arms, coming into that triangle position. Breathe here, maybe stepping the feet from side to side, but keep that awareness drawing back to the breath when you feel any sense of reaching away from that. Keep that attention moving back to stepping out the feet and breathing slow and deep. If at any time you feel yourself wanting to move faster, to move more, maybe just counting the breath again, seeing if you can inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Nice. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to do the weirdest walk forward to standing you have ever seen. So you might want to look at the screen. I call this snail or snake.
So as we inhale, we're going to rise up onto our toes, push into the heels of the hands, weight comes forward. As we exhale, we're going to bring the knees down into a tabletop position. Scoot the toes forward slightly, then inhale back up into a shorter downward dog, straightening the legs, pushing into the hands. Exhale, knees come down, a little bit further forward, scoot the toes forward. And like that, we're going to kind of move like a little snail or snake, just scooting forward a tiny bit until you kind of reach the limit of where you can go forward. And then you just stand up into a forward fold and release here. Bend the knees as much as you'd like to. Let the body drop forward. And 2 breaths, just coming back into that beautiful, juicy, relaxed sensation. Breathing deep, feeling the body. Bits of the body are touching that aren't normally, so enjoying that sense of contact, of connection. And then we're gently going to walk our hand to one side, letting the body stretch out in one direction, hands moving just a little bit over to one side. And then in your own time, moving over to the other side with the hands, walking them just outside or off the mat. Letting everything hang. And then coming back to center. Lovely. Pressing into the heels, very gently rolling up. Feel the arms are heavy, the head and neck is heavy. Just being gentle and slow. And then inhale as you come all the way up, lift the hands towards the ceiling. Find length, maybe even lift the toes. Bring some energy and awareness back. And exhale, release the hands back down to the side, coming into a standing position. Awesome. Right. Coming back to your breath again, seeing if you can count the inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just slowing that down. Lovely. We're going to flow through a vinyasa. So on the inhale, we're going to lift the hands up, gaze up, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale super slowly, like you're moving through tar. There's no rush. There's no way this movement is meant to look or feel. Just experience it all. Coming into that forward fold. Take an extra moment here. Shake out the head, loosen the jaw, maybe half close the eyes. There's this lovely moment of letting go completely. Then inhale, lift and lengthen into a half fold. Maybe your hands come to the shins. And then exhale, place the hands on the floor. And you can step back or you can tip your weight forward into the hands while scooping the elbows backwards and tenting the rib cage. So you're tipping the weight forward and without any kind of jump or pressure, you just push into the heels of the hands and jump back. So choose your way. And once you get to plank, take a breath there. Feel strong. Your arms are strong. But then bring your knees to the ground. And we're going to do this really nice way of moving into upward dog. So we're going to exhale back into a child's pose. This may feel weird the first time you do it, but believe me, it's great. And then slowly we're just going to scoot forward, bringing the forearms down onto the ground, just scooting the belly onto the ground. And then lifting into maybe a cobra, maybe an up dog, whatever feels good for you. Nice. So we're getting that little extra back release there. Lovely. Take one more inhale. Really draw the shoulders down the back. Lift the chest up and forward, finding length. And then exhale, draw the belly button in. Press into the hands, roll back to your downward dog. Awesome. Again, option here to move however you want to. Maybe stepping out, maybe straightening the legs a little. And when you're ready, we're going to step forward into a lunge. So we're going to take an inhale and just roll the body forward slightly into a plank. Exhale here. And then with the next inhale, draw that foot forward and step as slow and strong as you can to the front of the mat. On the next inhale, using an exhale to steady yourself, on the next inhale, drawing up to that lunge position. Hello. And enjoy here. Find some stability. Whoa. So we're going to do one of my favorite moves. I'm going to swap sides just so it's really obvious on this side for you. So we're up here in this lovely lunge. We're going to take an inhale, reach the hand forward. Exhale, scoop it around like you're drawing a rainbow and come into warrior 2. So rolling your foot so the short edge of your long edge of your foot is in line with the short edge of your mat. Yeah,
like in a warrior two. Yeah. So we're going to inhale forward into a lunge, and then exhale, turning, opening the hips to the long edge of the mat, coming into a warrior two. Awesome. We're going to do that one more time. So inhaling forward, exhaling back and round. Hocha. Once you're in that warrior two, stay here for a moment. Oh, this is no fun. Ha ha. I've just been for a run this morning, so my legs are starting to scream at me a little bit already. So I'm just going to ease off and straighten that front leg a little bit. Lovely. When you're ready, inhaling, straightening the front leg. We're going to come into triangle pose, reaching forward with that front hand to place either on our shin or the floor if we're feeling super flexible, but that's good. Nice. Breathe here, relax the neck. Lovely. And then on the next inhale, reaching up through that top hand, and we're going to cartwheel the hands forward, bend the front knee, hop the back foot in if we need to, just coming into a kind of fold across our front leg. Nice. Okay, here comes the bit for people who want that extra test today to move, that kind of awareness of slowing down into a inversion practice. So if you're feeling super keen, you can bend the front knee, push the weight into the front foot and come into a standing splits. Plant both hands just a few centimeters in front of that standing foot. Hook the elbows back and in. Tip the weight forward into the heels of the hands. And without jumping, just push some pressure into the heels of the hands and lift the feet. Awesome. Whew. That's the last time I'm doing that. So if you want to do that, that's great. Otherwise, the rest of us are here. Breathing and letting go over that front foot. When you're ready, bend the front knee, plant the hands, and we're going to step back to a downward dog. Spend a moment here. Breathe in that downward dog. Lovely. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, but I invite you, before we do, to take a moment somewhere that feels comfortable. So if downward dog for you is a working posture, then bring the knees to the floor and come into the child's pose for a second. Lovely. Just finding somewhere you feel relaxed. You can let go. Again, bringing that breath. That might have been a bit of work, so bringing that breath back to a slower, luxurious, enjoyable pace. Breathing awareness into the fingertips and the toes. If the mind is busy thinking and judging, just label that as thinking and let it go. You don't need to interact or engage with your thoughts right now. When you're ready, we're going to do the same flow on the other side. So inhaling, lifting up to that downward dog. Exhaling here for a moment. And the same thing on the other side. So rolling the body forward as you inhale, and then super slowly, after an exhale, stepping that front foot forward. Super slowly, pressing it down, using an exhale to ground, and then inhale to bring you up to a lunge on the other side. So I'm going to swap directions. You don't have to, but I'm going to swap directions so it's easier for you. So we're doing the same movement again. This time, you know where we're going. Your body kind of knows what's going on, so do it with your own breath and your own time. So we're inhale, reaching that hand forward. And exhale, sweeping it back. Opening out to warrior two. Awesome. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, like you're cutting through tar. Sweeping the hand back, juicy and slow. Inhale, reaching forward. And exhale back, settling here for a moment. Shrug the shoulders down the back. Oh, again, my legs are shouting at me, so I'm going to slightly straighten that front leg. Find your breath again. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Let your neck feel long. When you're ready, straightening that front leg and reaching forward, maybe holding the top of the shin and reaching up, coming into triangle pose. Breathing here. See if you can really flare that top rib open. See if you can lift up through the sides of the body. And try and relax the neck so you're not wasting energy. One more inhale. Reach that hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel the hands forward, coming onto the back toes, hopping the feet in as much as you need to come into a kind of forward fold across the front of the legs. And stay here. Maybe you're propped on fingertips. Maybe you're bending into that front leg a little to make this juicy for you. Relax the head. Letting go of anything that doesn't want to be working. Again, if you're feeling like you want to take this awareness into an inversion practice, then shifting forward using an inhale to bring you up into a half or into a split, and then planting the hands and tipping the weight up to you. Lovely. Wherever you are, you're doing awesome. And again, when you're ready, just stepping back, or if you're in handstand, you can float back into a plank position. Exhale, pressing to downward dog. Breathe here for a moment, let the head and neck release. And slowly easing down to a child's pose, untucking the toes and sinking the buttocks back to the heels. Pausing here for a moment. Again, coming back to that breath. The ability to let go is amazing. You can do it. Let each exhale really feel like gravity is pulling you down towards the floor. Awesome. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to do that same little kind of roll up into an up dog or a back bend. So gently we're going to inhale, just lift slightly through the abdomen, gaze forward. And then exhale, gently bring the forearms down and just roll onto your tummy. Awesome. Coming up into whatever back bend feels good for you. So pointing the toes, maybe pressing either the forearms or the hands into the floor and lifting the chest up and through. Breathing deeply. Nice. And then when you're ready, planting the hands under the shoulders, pressing up onto the hands and knees and rolling back to downward dog. Awesome. We're going to do that really weird walk forward. So it involves inhaling, tenting the body up, lifting the rib cage as much as you can, pushing into the hands and the toes. Exhaling, slowly lowering down, scooting the toes forward. So we're just like inching towards the front. Now this feels a bit clumsy, a bit weird. That's fine. We're just building strength. But if you want to step or walk, do what honors your body right now. Awesome. And when you get towards the front, when you feel like you might fall over if you do any more little shuffles forward, you can just step up to the front of the mat into a forward fold. And then with an inhale, gently rolling up. Sweeping the hands towards the ceiling. Once you get into this kind of standing position, take an extra moment. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, lift the toes up, draw the belly in, feel like everything is stretching towards the ceiling. Really deep breath in. And exhale, release into that standing position. We've got a few more postures before we enter relaxation. So you're going to work on chair pose, but we're going to slowly sink down into chair pose with 5 breaths. This is a bit mean, so I do apologize, but just go super slowly, then you spend less time at the bottom. So inhale, lift the hands, but bend the elbows and shrug the shoulder blades down the back. Knit the core in, so you're drawing the belly button back towards spine. And then we're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. That's 1 breath. Inhale. Continue to lower, that's 2. Inhale. I've gone too fast already. Continue to lower, that's 3. Inhale. If you're finding it really hard, you can lift a bit on the inhale. And exhaling, that's 4. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, that's 5. Inhale, press into the legs, feel super strong and powerful, straightening up, lengthening to the sky. Exhale, fold into that juicy forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to. Yeah.
Inhale, lift and lengthen for a moment. And step back into that plank, or maybe you're hopping today. And lower the knees to the ground. Rolling back into the child's pose. And again, scooting and shuffling forward onto your belly. Lifting up to up dog or cobra. However feels good for you. So maybe bending the elbows, lifting the chest. And then drawing the belly button in, coming back onto the hands and knees. And coming back to downward dog. We know this pose now, this is good. Breathing here. Noticing how your body feels right now. Whew, mine feels pretty warm. We've got a little bit of work left to do. Okay, again, using the same step forward, we're going to inhale, roll forward into a slight plank position, shoulders over wrists, stepping slowly the right foot forward. And this time we're going to come all the way up straight away into a warrior two with the hips open along the long edge of the mat. Front foot pointing forward, back foot in line with the short edge of your mat, like this. Yeah, you got it. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift up, rotate the feet. So the right foot is in now, in line with the short edge of your mat. Left foot is pointing towards the back of your mat, and exhale down. Inhale, lift the hands up. So rotating through those two positions, exhaling down. Just swapping directions of the feet, basically. Twice more, inhaling, lifting. Oh, exhaling, lowering down. Yeah. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, bring both feet to face the front of the mat. Coming into a wide leg stance, facing the long edge of your mat. You can hop and turn around. Yeah, you got this. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, ease them down and push the hands away as if you're stretching. One more time, inhale, shoulders up. You got wings. Exhale down. Inhale, this time lifting the hands up. Exhale, folding forward. So you're arching at the hips, lowering to where feels good for you. Bend the knees if you need to. Maybe the fingertips come to the floor. Release the head and neck wherever you are. And as you breathe here, we're going to focus some intention into specific places. So when you're ready, I want you to press the whole sole of your foot down from one edge to the other, toes and heels, feeling really strong in gravity as you exhale. On the next inhale, I want you to feel as if you're pressing your sit bones or your bum up into the ceiling and releasing your head and neck as much as you can. Nice. Inhale and exhale, deep and strong. On the next inhale, we're going to come all the way up. So inhale, draw the belly button in, feel strong, reach the hands to the sky. Nice. Heel toe the feet together. Nice. And exhale, come to sit down on the mat. Cool. You can scoot your way around to face the right direction. Nice. And we're going to do a super slow lower down to the ground. So reaching forward with the hands, but lowering down onto our backs. Yeah. And relaxing the shoulders here for a moment. Oh, we found the floor. Amazing. Ha ha ha. We're going to do a few slow leg moves to get into the hips, and then we're going to relax. So I want you to bring both legs up, soles of the feet pointing towards the ceiling. You can hold the legs if you need to, that's fine. And we're just going to point and flex the feet. So letting the low back sink into the ground. If you need to bend the legs here, that's also fine. They don't need to be super straight. We're just moving into the ankle joints, therapeutically holding the weight above our hips to really make them feel grounded. And you should begin to feel a kind of sensation in your ankles building up, that sensation of stretch and work. Gently release any movement from the ankles, stop there. And we're just going to bend the knees from 90 up towards straight. Just slowly moving the legs, just lubricating the joints. Seeing how slow you can go.
few more breaths, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet down towards the ground. Nice. We're going to windscreen wiper the legs when you're ready. So exhaling, soles of the feet find the ground, opening the hands out to a T. And we're just going to roll the legs from side to side. Beautiful. And if you want to come into any deeper twists, if you want to do any more moves before we're finished, please do. Otherwise, we're going to straighten the legs out and come into a short Shavasana. So just resting pose, legs and arms still and elongated, lying down on your mat and letting your body go. No need for movement. Just coming back to the breath. Awesome. And as your breath kind of moves like a wave, as it ebbs and flows, the inhale rising, filling, opening the body, bringing in everything you need. The exhale grounding, relaxing, connecting your body with the floor. As this inhale and exhale wash over you, allowing your mind to refocus on that thing that makes you feel timeless. Those moments in life that everything slows down. Whether it's when you're out for a walk and you breathe cool air and you're in nature. Whether it's when you open a new book and you just pause before you open the first page. Journeying in your imagination and your memory to those wonderful moments. Moments when your breath slows, your body calms, and you're ready to enjoy and cherish each slow second. Because you deserve to enjoy every moment of your life like this. You deserve to slow down, to let go. With the next exhale, really feel the body relax, jaw releasing, eyes growing heavy. Surrendering everything up. There is nothing else you need to be doing right now. You're exactly where you need to be. You're safe. And on the next inhale, allowing the cool clarity of the inhale to bring some awareness back into the body. Beginning to maybe wriggle your fingers or toes, feeling the air on your skin. Feeling alive, yet soft and steady and strong and slow. Maybe you stretch your hands out above your head. Maybe you roll yourself into a little ball, finding a way to make you feel like you're gently waking up. And when you're ready, coming up to seated. And to join me to close the class. Holding a moment of gratitude for you all spending these slow moments with me. Thank you so much for coming to this class.